Excellencies, First Ladies of Africa, and all protocol observed. Your Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Nigeria, Madame Olorime Tinubu, and Excellencies, First Ladies who are here today, I bring you warm greetings from my country, Zimbabwe, the home of the magnificent Victoria Falls, the historic Mapungubwe ruins, and the scenic Eastern Highlands. I wish to thank you most profusely,
We are currently
Your
live
Excellency,
from the federal capital in Abuja, where the We Are Equal campaign launched by the Organization of African First Ladies for Development is underway. Currently speaking is my First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa. Let's tune in.
Your girls second chance by reintroducing the alternative high school for girls. What you are doing here in Nigeria truly resonates with the theme of the 28th WAFLAD General Assembly, which was held in Addis Ababa a few months ago in February 2024. Educate here and transform Africa, enhancing access to health and education for the 21st century African women and girls. I recognize and appreciate you, Your Excellency, as this event demonstrates your full support and commitment to offer this continental #WeAreEqual campaign in rallying behind the call to close the gender gap in Africa. I see that you are going full steam ahead in supporting the education and welfare of the girl child. Too many times on the continent, a girl child is not in school because of poverty, teenage pregnancies, early marriages, not being considered valuable by the culture of our societies. Preference for the boy child to receive education than her. The evidence is there that gender equality drives social and economic progress for all. Educating the girl child has immense potential and reduce poverty on the African continent, and to improve the health and well-being of women and girls, their children and their families everywhere. I am of the firm belief that we owe it to our girls and to the future generations to close the gender gap in Africa. Enhancing access to health and education is truly the way to go if we are to achieve gender equality and gender parity. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Nigeria, Madame Olorime Tinubu, the Senator, recognizing all these challenges and bottlenecks to girl child education, you have come up with this innovative approach to empowering the girl child. I'm impressed by the alternative high school for girls initiative that we have been implementing here in Nigeria. Our girls deserve better on the African continent. You are really giving a chance to your girls here for the betterment of not just themselves and their families, but also for the economic development of Nigeria and beyond. You are creating a future where gender equity will become a reality in fulfillment of the AU Vision 2063 and the Africa we want. Beyond this, I provide also scholarships in my country for both boys and girls coming from challenging environments in both urban and rural areas in all the country's provinces. I believe that a sound education will lift girls coming from vulnerable communities out of poverty. I do this work through the Angel of Hope Foundation, a charitable foundation that I founded in 2018 after I assumed the role of First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe. My fellow First Ladies, I remain resolute in believing in the value of educating the girl child. Let me hasten to say, this does not in any way negate the importance of continuing to educate the boy child. Your Excellency, let me end by congratulating you for this auspicious launch of the #WeAreEqual campaign. I wish you success with the reintroduction and nationwide expansion of the Alternative High School for Girls initiative across all states in Nigeria. May your girls truly shine and thrive. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Her Excellency. the First Lady of Zimbabwe. We're going now, the train is moving on to Angola. I'd like to invite the First Lady of Angola, Her Excellency Dr. Anan Diaz do Lourenço. Please welcome her to the microphone warmly.
Excelência, Senhora Primeira-Dama da República Federal da Nigéria, Senhora Senadora Olorime Tinubu, Excelências, Primeiras-Damas, queridas irmãs aqui presentes, Primeira-Dama do Zimbábue, de Moçambique, do Ghana, do Quênia, do Burundi e do Gabão, distintas autoridades do Governo Federal da Nigéria, caros convidados, minhas senhoras e meus senhores. Começo por agradecer o convite que me foi endereçado para participar na celebração do lançamento da campanha de unificação We Are Equal, da Organização das Primeiras Damas Africanas para o Desenvolvimento, OFLAD. Permitam-me também saudar as queridas irmãs, Vossas Excelências Primeiras Damas e as distintas delegações e os convidados presentes neste magno evento que se realiza nesta acolhedora cidade de Abuja. Dirijo especialmente palavras de apreço e reconhecimento à querida irmã senadora Olorime Tinubu, Primeira-Dama da República Federal da Nigéria, por impulsionar a inclusão de meninas na educação, garantindo o alcance do objetivo 4 dos ODS, relacionado com a educação inclusiva e equitativa e a promoção de oportunidade de aprendizagem ao longo da vida para todos. Temos consciência que nos confrontamos ainda com muitos obstáculos que dificultam e impedem as mulheres em Angola e em toda a África a desenvolverem todo o seu potencial, como a falta de recursos humanos e materiais em algumas comunidades, as diferentes formas de violência e abuso contra as mulheres e o acesso limitado à educação, em particular a educação das meninas. Face a esta realidade, a educação é vital para o futuro de qualquer país. Em Angola, tratamos a educação como um setor determinante para a valorização do capital humano. Temos um cuidado particular com a educação das raparigas, pois educar uma mulher é educar uma nação. Neste contexto, minhas queridas irmãs, penso que devemos reforçar o nosso papel de advocacia para alfabetizar e recuperar o atraso escolar das meninas, com especial atenção às das zonas rurais. Precisamos, com urgência, de promover a confiança, a segurança e a estabilidade, através da criação de ambientes seguros, protegidos e estáveis, e sensibilizar a juventude para os progressos significativos no desenvolvimento e crescimento da África que queremos. Estimados convidados, minhas senhoras e meus senhores, em Angola, nos diferentes níveis de ensino, ainda se registram diferenças entre homens e mulheres e o Governo apostou seriamente na redução desta diferença. Recordo-me que nas minhas vestes de Ministra do Planeamento e depois como membro do Conselho de Administração do Grupo Banco Mundial, iniciamos a abordagem com esta instituição no sentido de apoiar Angola a ultrapassar os desafios que enfrentávamos relativos aos baixos resultados de aprendizagem e disparidade de género, sobretudo no ensino secundário, ao abandono escolar das raparigas por diversas razões, como a gravidez precoce, as dificuldades em assistência à saúde e a distância de casa para a escola ou contextos familiares socialmente desfavoráveis. É assim se desenhou e está a ser implementado desde 2021 o projeto de empoderamento da rapariga e aprendizagem para todos. É um projeto que envolve cerca de 9 milhões de alunos das escolas de educação pré-escolar, ensino primário e secundário ao nível de todo o país. O projeto visa a formação de professores e gestores escolares, apoiar estratégias para promover o empoderamento das meninas através da melhoria do sistema educativo e o acesso à educação, capacitando as meninas e jovens mulheres, dando-lhes oportunidade de se matricularem e concluírem pelo menos o ensino secundário. Queridas irmãs, estimados participantes, enquanto cidadã, sempre lutei pela liberdade e dignidade dos povos, igualdade de género. Agora, como primeira-dama e com a minha Fundação Gananzenza para o Desenvolvimento Comunitário, continuo comprometida com estas causas e empenhada na melhoria da qualidade e expansão da educação, no empoderamento das nossas meninas e meninos nas comunidades, através de iniciativas direcionadas às mulheres, às jovens, em particular às jovens mulheres, de vários segmentos da nossa sociedade, como agentes de mudança e influência nas respectivas comunidades. Para terminar, saúdo mais uma vez a campanha Todos Somos Iguais, porquanto as questões de género e a sua paridade na liderança continuam a constituir matéria da nossa ação. Angola abraça a campanha e brevemente fará o seu lançamento. Juntas, continuaremos a divulgar para a dinamização do ano de 2024 a promoção de programas educacionais em África, buscando reavivar os esforços existentes para alcançar plenamente o objetivo número 4 das ODS. Muito obrigada pela vossa atenção.
We thank you, Your Excellency. We're moving on now to Burundi. The First Lady of Burundi, Her Excellency, Mrs. Angeline Ndayishimiye Ndayuba Baha. Let's please welcome her most warmly. You can see how proud she is. She's even carrying the flag herself. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Excellence, ma sœur, la première dame du Nigeria, Excellence, chère sœur, première dame, mesdames et messieurs, distingués invités, bonjour. Avant de débuter mon discours, je tiens à remercier le bon Dieu pour la protection des voyages de Bujumbura à Abuja et à exprimer ma gratitude pour l'accueil chaleureux et l'hospitalité que nous avons reçu de la part du gouvernement et du peuple nigérien. Aussi, mes hommages à son Excellence, Monsieur le Président de la République fédérale de Nigeria. Je suis particulièrement heureuse de participer aujourd'hui au lancement de la campagne Nous sommes égaux. Cette initiative panafricaine vise à combler les écarts entre hommes et femmes dans les domaines clés tels que la santé, l'éducation, l'autonomisation économique et la lutte contre les violences basées sur le genre. La panne technique. Avant de débuter mon discours, je tiens à remercier le bon Dieu pour la protection durant notre voyage de Bujumbura à Abidjan et à exprimer ma gratitude pour l'accueil chaleureux et l'hospitalité que nous avons reçue de la part du gouvernement et du peuple nigérien. Aussi, mes hommages à son Excellence, Monsieur le Président de la République fédérale du Nigeria. Je suis particulièrement heureuse de participer aujourd'hui au lancement de la campagne Nous sommes égaux. Cette initiative panafricaine vise à combler les écarts entre hommes et femmes dans les domaines clés tels que la santé, l'éducation, l'autonomisation économique et à la lutte contre les violences basées sur le genre. À travers le continent, nos nations partagent des défis communs concernant les droits et l'autonomisation des femmes et des filles. Bien que des progrès aient été faits, il est crucial de continuer nos efforts pour créer un futur équitable. Les 4 piliers de la campagne Nous sommes égaux sont vitaux pour l'amélioration du bien-être socio-économique des femmes en Afrique. Au Burundi, nous avons placé la santé des femmes au cœur de nos priorités nationales, notamment par l'introduction des soins gratuits pour les femmes enceintes et des initiatives ciblées pour traiter les fistules obstétricales et soutenir les couples infertiles. Dans le domaine de l'éducation, la gratuité de l'enseignement fondamental a significativement réduit le taux d'abandon scolaire et surtout pour les jeunes filles. Néanmoins, le fléau des violences basées sur le genre demeure une réalité à travers l'Afrique, exacerbée par les conflits qui freinent le progrès des nations en général et des femmes en particulier. En tant que continent, nous avons enduré des épreuves, mais notre résilience est indéniable. Les femmes piliers de nos communautés et gardiennes de notre tradition doivent avoir une voix prépondérante dans le dialogue pour la paix, la justice et l'équité. L'autonomisation économique des femmes est également cruciale pour lutter contre la pauvreté et promouvoir l'égalité des genres. Je m'en voudrais pas encore une fois exemple du Burundi, où l'ouverture des banques dédiées aux femmes et aux jeunes démontre notre engagement en faveur de l'inclusion de ces catégories souvent défavorisées. Ceci permet ainsi l'accès à des crédits à faible taux et à des formations professionnelles qui encouragent l'entrepreneuriat féminin. En conclusion, Je souhaite remercier et féliciter Son Excellence la Première Dame du Nigeria et mes distingués conseillers pour les engagements dans cette campagne unificatrice. Ensemble, nous pouvons bâtir un avenir où les femmes et les filles africaines s'épanouissent pleinement et contribuent à la prospérité de nos nations. Je saisis cette occasion pour lancer un appel à la solidarité continentale pour soutenir notre campagne lancée dans le cadre d'organisation des Premières Dames d'Afrique pour le développement. Le partage d'expériences et de bonnes pratiques sera essentiel. Merci également à nos partenaires pour leur support continu qui renforce nos missions. Ensemble, faisons la différence pour les filles et les femmes de notre continent. Je présente aussi ma gratitude à ma sœur, la Première Dame du Nigeria, pour l'invitation à cet important événement. Vive la campagne, nous sommes égaux. Je vous remercie.
Next on the lineup of the First Ladies who are addressing us their goodwill messages is the First Lady of Gabon, Her Excellency Mrs. Zita Oligu Nguema. Please, let's welcome her warmly. Thank you.
Excellences, Mesdames les Premières Dames,
Excellencies, First Ladies, dear sisters, it's with a great pleasure that I take part in this campaign. We Are Equal of organization. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would like to, from the onset of my intervention, express my gratitude for the warm welcome, the hospitality, and all the attention that was given to us, myself and my delegation, right from the time we arrived in Nigeria. Dear First Ladies, just like my dear sisters highlighted, the campaign that we've launched this today, highlights the importance of the education and giving our girls a second opportunity to go to school. I would like to also express my happiness, for being part of this very important opportunity given to me. Education as a tool, for change. This thematic area is of great interest to me, for it bears, the essence of having a woman as the pillar of the society, and its empowerment aiming at transforming the society. We should, each and every one of us, lay emphasis on the education of girls, because this grants them socio-economic opportunities in the society. Dear First Ladies, I would like to seize this opportunity to inform you that my foundation, known as Ma Bannière, my banner, aims at achieving various projects related to education, health, empowerment of girls and women. I count on your collaboration in order to to succeed in this mission, which is in line with the implementation of our objectives, the objectives of our organization. I would like to close my intervention by stating that I am in full support, and to affirm my commitment to OFLAT, which is always strong and active to serve and develop Africa and for the well-being of our entire community. We need the support of our governments, the civil society, economic stakeholders. Thank you very much for your rapid attention.
This train of hope, renewed train, will now stop at Gambia. I'd like to invite the First Lady of Gambia, Her Excellency, Mrs. Fatoumata Barrow. Let's welcome Her Excellency, First Lady of Gambia. We move on quickly, and we'll now go to our neighboring sister country. Like we always say, it is not the case of the jollof rice. It is the case of being on the same page and train to bring hope to our women and children. Please let me invite the First Lady of Ghana, Her Excellency, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo.
Thank you very much. Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, my sister First Ladies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from the President and people of Ghana. Equal campaign. I am particularly happy to be part of today's function for two reasons. The first is that promoting gender equality is crucial for the development of Africa. There is the need for total engagement of the skills and knowledge of both men and women to drive Africa's development agenda. The second reason is that I identify completely with the theme of this event, education as a powerful tool for change. No girl should be left behind. Congratulations, Mrs. Tinubu, on your vision to ensure that no girl is left behind with the reintroduction of alternative high school for girls. I believe that given the opportunity, girls and women have a lot to offer to our development. It is therefore important that we provide an alternative pathway for girls who drop out of school to continue their education. If we keep these girls marginalized, we are only perpetuating a cycle of gender inequalities. When women and girls, representing about half of our society, have equal access to health, education, and skills, and are free from gender-based violence, they can contribute their quota to the development of our nations. My dear sister, Senator Tinubu, I applaud you for your commitment to female empowerment. I am excited that the African First Lady of today is a driving force for development of our continent. We recognize that beyond all the discourses on equality is a young girl who is not in school. It is a young girl who drops out of school because her community does not see the value in educating a girl. It is a girl given in marriage when she herself is but a child. It is a child who becomes a mother and drops out of school. Thank you, Madam Tinubu, for taking a stand for our girls. Your passion and commitment remind me of Dr. Kwejiri Aggrey, a famous Ghanaian missionary and educationist, who said, and I quote, "The surest way to keep people down is to educate the men and neglect the women. If you educate a man, you simply educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation." I thank you.
Very, very instructive. If you educate a woman, you educate the world as it is. We're moving on now, and we're moving to Kenya. The First Lady of Kenya, Her Excellency, Mrs. Rachel Ruto, will now address us. First Lady of Kenya.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Senator Olumeri Tinubu, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and National Chairman, Renewed Hope Initiative, Your Excellency, Dr. Ana Diaz de Louro, the First Lady of the Republic of Angola, Your Excellency, Mrs. Angeline Dayubaba Ndashimie, the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi, Your Excellency, Mrs. Zika Olugui Mugwema, the First Lady of the Republic of Gabon, Your Excellency, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency, Mrs. Isaura Nyusi, the First Lady of the Republic of Mozambique, Your Excellency, Dr. Auxilia Munanangwa, the First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe, representatives of the First Ladies of Democratic Republic of Congo, Namibia, Tunisia, and Uganda, former First Ladies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria present, Dr. Nados Behanu, Executive Secretary, Organization of African First Ladies for Development, or AFLAD, all elected leaders and government officials present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Jambo. Jambo is hello in our national language, Kiswahili. Hanu. Thank you for the warm welcome that my team and I have received since we arrived in this great city of Abuja. Before I proceed, allow me to bring you greetings from the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto. He sends his congratulatory to you, my sister, on the official launch of the We Are Equal campaign in Nigeria. Today is a great day and an absolute honor to be part of the We Are Equal campaign under the theme, Education as a Powerful Tool for Change, No Girl Left Behind. On the invitation of my sister, Your Excellency, Senator Olumeri Tinubu, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I also want to acknowledge and appreciate the presence of my esteemed sisters, the First Ladies from Angola, Burundi, Gabon, Ghana, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, as well as the representatives of the First Ladies from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Namibia, Tunisia, and Uganda. Together, as members of the Organization of the First Ladies for Development, or AFLAD, we stand united as we launch the unified campaign, which focuses on 4 key pillars: gender-based violence, health, education, and economic empowerment. The visionaries behind the We Are Equal campaign imagined days like today, where first ladies across the continent would launch the same unifying campaign in their respective countries, supporting each other in launching their initiatives and all speaking in one voice. Indeed, this is the true spirit of sisterhood and Pan-Africanism. Our sister, Your Excellency Senator Olumeri Tinubu, has chosen education to be the key focus of her campaign. This is significant because education is the pillar that connects the other three pillars, which are health, economic empowerment, and gender-based violence. Education enables an understanding of the importance of good health. Education contributes to economic empowerment and financial freedom. And finally, education empowers people, minimizing the occurrences of gender-based violence. In 1848, Horace Mann stated, and I quote, "Education, beyond all other divides of human origin, is a great equalizer of conditions of men, the balance wheel of the social machinery." And in our lifetime, this is still true. As Kofi Annan said, and I quote, "Education is the great equalizer of our time. It gives hope to the hopeless and creates chances for those without." End of quote. Many girls and boys across the continent drop out of school for a variety of reasons, including teenage pregnancies, child labor, trafficking, gender-based violence, and all forms of abuse, including early marriages and drug abuse, to name but a few. These girls and boys are looking up to us to parent, provide guidance, leadership, and protect them from all forms of violence. Most of them hope that they can get a second chance to go back to school and learn. It is their right and our responsibility as leaders and parents. We hope that today's launch motivates all of us to ask the legislative units in our respective countries to enact laws that guarantee a second opportunity at education for any child who drops out of school for any reason. Kenya has a second re-entry policy that allows girls to continue with their schooling after giving birth. The girls are allowed to continue with their learning until they are due. When ready to come back, they are given the opportunity to choose where they want to go to school. This is one way of dealing with the stigma associated with going back to the same school they were in before they got pregnant. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the Alternative High School for Girls initiative is a major step towards empowering some of Nigeria's most vulnerable young women by creating a pathway for them to find their way back to education without fear of discrimination and stigma. We have heard many stories of girls across the continent who went back to school either through the formal education system or alternative forms of education and excelled to the benefit of their families, communities, and the nation at large. Allow me to tell you about Zawadi. Zawadi means gift in our national language, Kiswahili. The year was 2005, and Zawadi was more than overjoyed at the prospect of joining secondary school. Her parents were excited, but also worried because they could not afford the school fees. To get Zawadi to Form 1, they organized a fundraiser in their community. Zawadi joined school and 4 months later learned that she was pregnant after doing the mandatory pregnancy test conducted by the school. 7 other girls in her class were also found to be pregnant. The stigma was real, and it had just begun. Zawadi went back home. Her mother kept her busy by assigning her different chores at home and in the farm. She says that it is her mother's support that helped her. She lost many friends and was a shame to the very community that sent her to school. For her prenatal clinics, she would cycle 20 kilometers away. Zawadi gave birth to a baby boy, and when he was 6 months, Zawadi told her mother she would like to go back to school and asked if she could take care of her child. The mother was more than happy to support. Zawadi went back to the same school. She says she wanted to prove to her former schoolmates that getting pregnant should not stop one from pursuing their dreams. She finished her secondary school, went to university, and is now doing her master's as a self-sponsored student. Her thesis is on the psychological well-being of a teenage mother and the need for parents and the community to support them. The son is training to be a pilot with the Kenya Air Force. In July 2022, Zawadi, at the age of 32, got married. The couple have been blessed with another child. Today, Zawadi is reaping the reward of going back to school. She has a good job and is doing business. To thank her mother, she built her a house and bought her a car. Zawadi asked me to tell the parents and everyone here today not to give up on their girls when they become pregnant. It is not the end. She wants to see a world where every pregnant teenager is supported in all areas of their and allowed to get an education. They have a lot of potential to succeed given the opportunity. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we congratulate Her Excellency Senator Olumeri Tinubu for having set up 4 alternative high schools for girls. We know it is a matter of time before the completion of the setup of such schools in all the 36 states of the federal and federal capital territory. Please remember to invite us to join you in celebrating the achievement of this great vision when the time comes, Your Excellency. The Bible in Proverbs 22:6 reminds us of the importance of a good educational foundation, and I quote, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." End of quote. With initiatives like the one we are launching today, we will ensure that all girls and boys complete primary and secondary schooling by 2030, in line with Goal 4 of the Sustainable Development Goals. I close my remarks today with wise words from Nelson Mandela, and I quote, "It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, and that a child of a farm worker can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another." End of quote. Thank you for your kind attention. God bless you all. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Wow. Much the First Lady of Kenya. We're moving the train as we push for equality in Africa for our women and our girls, and education inclusive. The First Lady of Mozambique, Her Excellency Dr. Isaura Ferraro Nyusi, will now address the gathering. Her Excellency.
Boa tarde a todos. Sua Excelência, Primeira-Dama da República Federal da Nigéria, Olumeri Tinubu, Sua Excelência Senhora Primeira-Dama da República de Angola, Ana Dias Lourenço, Sua Excelência Auxília Namangwangwa, Primeira-Dama do Zimbábue, Sua Excelência Rebecca Akufo-Addo, Primeira-Dama da República do Ghana, Sua Excelência Rachel Ruto, Primeira-Dama da República do Quênia, Sua Excelência Angeline Niagubaka, Primeira-Dama da República do Burundi, Sua Excelência Primeira-Dama do Gabão, Zita Nguema, querida Primeira-Dama, Senadora Ulumur Tinibu, Primeira-Dama da República Federal da Nigéria, nossa anfitriã, queridas irmãs, primeiras-damas e representantes das primeiras-damas,
representants of our first ladies and all partners and all invited guests.
Antes de mais, expressar a minha grande satisfação e, acima de tudo, profunda gratidão pelo convite, pela hospitalidade, pela generosidade, pela cortesia,
for the perseverance,
recepção que nos foi formulada e proporcionada
this
pela querida
effort,
irmã,
for this from effort of our sister, the
da Nigéria,
Federal Republic of Nigeria,
esta magna cerimônia de lançamento
for this big launching of this
que tem como lema
initiative
educação
in terms of education
para mudança.
to change,
Nenhuma rapariga
that so no girl is left behind.
Minhas queridas irmãs,
My dear sisters
anfitriã,
and our host
aceitar
for accepting
saudações e
the greetings
do meu marido,
from my husband,
da República de Moçambique,
the President of the Republic of Mozambique.
fazendo uso desta oportunidade,
I want to use this opportunity to also appreciate the privilege that was given to us
este espaço
for the solidarity in this step with the sister countries. Once again, thank the First Lady for inviting all of us to this occasion. I want to also congratulate all of us and the First Lady of the Republic of Nigeria. I'm so proud and to understanding the possibility and thinking about the girl child. This initiative for the organization of these First Ladies of Africa, for all of us to embrace these four pillars that is they established, which is health, education, and violence based on gender-based violence and empowerment. We have to support this campaign so that we can put all our forces to support the education of our young girls. In Mozambique, the young girl child, they are being supported, and it has been very successful in these four objectives, which is securing education and to promote opportunity for the children along their life for everyone. And to also practice, put in practice the policies and the programs that have been established to promote these 4-point pillars. And and also to promote the access to education for everyone. For example, we in the area of education, there are programs that has been established to support the girl child. Dear sisters, my ladies and gentlemen, we are also in the area of human development. In my country, in Mozambique, we embrace all the advocacy for sensitization and to get resources to mobilize the Mozambique society in their participation, active participation in the reduction of rate of violence. We understand that education is a very fundamental tool to educate our women to resolve problems related to health. Even in the area of health, we also did some sensitization, very important sensitization in terms of maternity support in our health sector. We also make them to register for health services for the children and for the girl child and women and children also. So to have good access to good health services. Your Excellency, my ladies and gentlemen here, in terms of economic empowerment for the women, it is an investment initiative that is inclusive in our own ambition. We are doing all to resolve also the gender-based violence to bring about security, also to empower our women economically. In terms of training and distribution of articles to sensitize, to develop the girl child, and to also resolve violent gender-based violence in our society. Thank you very much for your attention.
The goodwill messages from our First Lady. What I can conclude from this is that they all accept what we are doing here today, endorse it, and hope that your passion to better human beings or better humanity will be fashioned against what we are doing here today, so that indeed Africa will be a continent of pride, a continent of hope, particularly for women, boys, and children. We're moving on now, the whole gamut of why we're all gathered here today will be seen in the next item on the program, and that's a documentary that puts together all that you need to know and how you also can also be a partner for progress. Can we have the documentary, please?
According to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, 7.6 million girls are out of school in Nigeria. In primary and junior secondary schools, 3.9 million and 3.7 million are missing respectively. Nigeria accounts for 15% of out-of-school children globally. with 9% of the poorest girls in Nigeria in secondary schools. Commissioned on Monday, the 12th of March 2007, by the then governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Welcome to Alternative High School for Girls at Agboju Oriade Local Council Development Area of Lagos State. With the vision to produce learners who are reintegrated into the society, adequately skilled and literate against the backdrop of the challenges that life has brought to them. From a first glance, you get the picture of a regular secondary school. What makes this different from other secondary citadels of learning? The Alternative High School for Girls at Agboju is the only alternative school in the city of Lagos.
The vision of Alternative High School for Girls was conceived in 2007 by our current First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Chief Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, when she was then the First Lady of Lagos State. Under our pet project, New Era Foundation. She believes in train a girl child and you train a nation. And so we have some of these our girls that drop out of school. Breakdown. Some drop out of school because of rape.
Coffee, apple, oats, tobacco.
Refusing to be bottled in by various challenges that tried to deny them of basic education, these students dusted off their pains, shame, and took their destiny into their hands, taking these giant strides.
While I was in my former school, I get distracted by things, by my peer groups. I get influenced and it leads me to teenage pregnancy. Then they introduced me to this school. That the schools, it's a second chance school.
I come to school to achieve my dream, so that I want to know how to read and write.
My mom was Togo, and Togo people, they always like go and work and bring money for me since they have given birth to you. So my mom didn't say anything about school. So when I gave birth and I realized that there's the things that my son will come home, he will be reading. So I don't know whether he made mistake or he did not, so I don't know.
Adopting the interactive and participative methods of learning, the students are trained in various skills towards making them economically self-reliant, inculcating a mentality that goes beyond the four corners of the Institute of Learning.
They have given me the confidence to stand and talk to other people, to read very well, to write very well, to give me a good moral to stand among my peer groups and do most things that I can never do before.
Identifying with the peculiarities associated with some of the students of Alternative High School for Girls, especially those with toddlers or those who will likely be pregnant during their course of studies, the academic system has an operational crutch where children could be dropped off and checked upon as the need arises, thereby giving their mothers the freedom to study and assimilate.
If there have not been a crutch here in this school, it will be hard because dropping my child at home, my mind would be comfortable and I will not be able to focus on my education.
I'll carry my skin comb so that I keep up all crates. I'm going to class.
If my kid was crying, they used to call me and come and breastfeed her.
With several products now flourishing in their chosen fields of life, the Alternative High School for Girls has given them the opportunity to learn from past mistakes, reflect on their errors, understand the consequences, and now working towards improvement.
I got pregnant in SS1 back then in my former school, and I was out of school for 3 years. Then, because of my determination and wanting to go back to school, I came back to Lagos State. I went to the normal regular schools, and someone told me about this particular school that to be of more help than the regular ones.
When I got here, at least I got what I wanted. Can be able to read and write and express myself.
And I finished 2021/2022. That was when I finished. I wrote my WAEC, I wrote my JAM, I wrote my NECO, and I passed all my papers. Then after I finished, I gained admission immediately into Adeniro Ugusaya College of Education, Ijaniki.
I feel triumphant, seriously, because it's a big one. Having another opportunity to be able to learn, to be able to educate yourself. Oh God, it's a very big one. I'm really, really happy.
With the success achieved in Lagos through the Alternative High School for Girls, Abuju, this initiative is being cascaded across various states. The Universal Basic Education Commission has also identified with this vision and mission, knowing that it is a sustainable way of ensuring that the girl child is not denied her right of actualizing her dreams of a formal education in life. The Universal Basic Education Commission has established 14 alternative high schools for girls across several states of the Federation. It is also keen into the education scope of the Renewed Hope initiative of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and joining hands to establish more of these schools across the country. Another alternative high school for girls outside of the Center of Excellence, built by the Bauchi State Government, was commissioned by the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, bringing to reality an envisioned catalyst for change and taking the battle to change the status quo. The sword turning and groundbreaking for the first alternative high school for girls in Osun State was performed by Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The vision, the Alternative High School for Girls, stands as a testament to the transformative power of education, catalyzing positive change within communities. It serves as a reminder that every girl deserves access to quality education and the chance to realize her full potential.
It gives me joy. Because now I can do things that I cannot be able to do before. So I'm very happy.
I'm really happy I am able to come across this second chance, because I never thought it's going to be possible. In fact, I was like, I should just sit and write WAEC, but this second chance gave me a renewed hope. You can still be in the system and be something better, and you can still be who you want to be, irrespective of what has happened. All you just need is determination and resilience.
Every of your dream can be achieved, even if it will be through a second chance. Alternative High School for Girls. Realize your dreams. Live.
How was that? I would say that's the truism of what we are doing here today. The dream of a determined woman, a consummate senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria, strong pillar of her dear husband, who is our president, a visionary par excellence. I think the take for me here is the strength of a woman. History as the first woman to be elected to the Nigerian Senate for 3 consecutive terms. Her commitment to public service extends beyond politics. For her, it was not politics. It is reality for development, as she has made significant contributions as an educationist, administrator, and philanthropist. Your Excellencies all, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the wife of our Vice President, our former First Ladies, wives of Speaker and the Senate, welcome with me our dear Mother of the Nation, distinguished Senator Remi.
Thank you very much. Can everyone be seated? Thank you so much. First Ladies of African countries and members of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, WAFLAD. I'll start by recognizing Her Excellency, Dr. Ana Diaz Lourenco, First Lady of Angola. Her Excellency, Mrs. Angeline Undayishimiye Undayubaha, the First Lady of Burundi. This is the joy of our coming together. We are learning French, Swahili, name it, Portuguese. We'll get there. Her Excellency, Mrs. Zita Olugi Nguema, the First Lady of Gabon. Her Excellency, Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the First Lady of Ghana. Her Excellency, Mrs. Rachel Ruto, the First Lady of Kenya. Her Excellency, Dr. Iswara Unyusi, First Lady of Mozambique. And Zimbabwe, Amai has to leave. She has another engagement. We actually call her Amai. Amai means mother. So that's not her name. Her name is Auxilia Mangagwa. So I struggled the first time I had to pronounce her name in Zimbabwe, but we are all learning. The former First Ladies of our great nation, Her Excellency Dame Patience Jonathan, our mother, Mrs. Muritala Joke Muritala Mohammed, the wife of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency Hajia Nana Shetima. Thank you so much for always being there. The wife of the Senate President, Her Excellency Mrs. Ekaite Unoma Akpabio, distinguished senators' wives that are here with her, wife of the Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, Hajia Fatima Tajuddin Abbas, honorable members' wives that are with her also, representative of the wife of the Secretary to Government of the Federation, Excellencies, wives of governors and first ladies of the various states that are here present, and honorable ministers present, and especially our special guest speaker, the Honorable Minister of Education, Professor Tari Maman, ONSAN. I'm so grateful that you are here, that you had to sit through this event, because it's really crucial. You see that as an educator, you're able to see a lot of to inject into the system. Wives of service chiefs, of security agencies present, the executive secretary of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, OAFLA, Dr. Nados Behanu, development partners present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I know we have representatives from the First Lady of Namibia who happen to be the president, but I think she's of OAFLA. She's just going through a lot of transition right now. Extend my love to her and wish her well for me, and also the First Lady of Uganda. So my courtesies to her. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all my dear sisters, your excellencies, mothers of Africa, to Nigeria, a great nation where the largest Black population in Africa thrives. I also welcome our distinguished invited guests who have decided to join us at today's event. Our country is a vibrant blend of unique traditions, each community contributing its own distinct flavor to our national identity, from the colorful festivals in the South to the historic architectures of the North and the rich cuisines that vary from one region to another. Nigeria embodies an extraordinary cultural tapestry. The city not only enriches our nation, but also showcases the dynamic heritage that Africa offers the world. Today, I am delighted to join the League of all my esteemed sisters who have championed the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, #WeAreEqual campaign in their respective countries. It is an honor to welcome you to Nigeria, especially for those who have never been here before. My sister Angola, this is her first time. Thank you, obrigada, for coming. Thank you. You see, I'm learning Portuguese. And your efforts in leading this important initiative are truly commendable and reflects our shared commitment to equity and empowerment. The #WeAreEqual campaign is a year-long, continent-wide initiative led by OAFLA. This significant campaign unites African First Ladies, partners, and our allies in our collective efforts to advance gender equity and bridge the gender gap throughout the continent. The campaign is focused on 4 pillars, main pillars which we have heard today: health, gender-based violence, education, economic empowerment. These stakeholders and call for action around each of these key issues. To promote the #WeAreEqual campaign in Nigeria, I've decided to use education as a tool, while also not neglecting other pillars of the campaign, many of which are also championed under the scope of the Renewed Hope Initiative, which is led by my office to complement the efforts of the administration of Mr. President, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The theme of the campaign in Nigeria is education as a powerful tool for change. No girl left behind. As part of the activities leading to the launch of this campaign, I was in Oshogbo, Osun State, Southwest Nigeria on the 23rd of April, 2024, for the third turning ceremony for the construction of a new alternative high school for girls. It is worthy of note that I envisioned and introduced the idea of the establishment of an alternative high school for girls, which was accepted and implemented by the Lagos State Ministry of Education in the year 2007, when His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, was the then governor of Lagos from 1999 to 2007. And this particular school, as we have seen here today, till date with numerous success stories. My motivation for the establishment of this school as a educationist and teacher stems from the desire to see young girls and women who dropped out of school due to several challenges, including early pregnancies, cultural barriers, financial reasons, and many more, have a second chance to complete high school, acquire higher education, and valuable life skills to enable them reach full potential in life. The available data from the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, shows that 3,904,730 pupils in primary 6 across the country in 2021 who were expected to transit to junior secondary school in 2022, only 602,213 could be accounted for in junior secondary school GSS1 in 2022. Whilst there are regional variations, the problem is nationwide and deserves to be addressed urgently. The alarming rate of school dropouts among girls are a stark reminder of the alternative solutions in their educational pursuit. Consequences of these challenges are profound, affecting not only their individual lives, but also attendant socioeconomic implications to our nation. Therefore, an alternative high school provides an opportunity for students to achieve their aspiration and demonstration to the belief that it is never too late to pursue your dreams. We cannot afford to squander the potentials and talents of half of our population. The program not only recognizes the inherent potential within every girl child, but also offers a tailored educational approach that resonates with their circumstances. I must also say that Mr. President is education and has introduced the National Student Loan Scheme, which is now in effect. Youth have unhindered access to education, knowing that education is the bedrock of national development and the cornerstone upon which dreams are built, are generally realized. I want to commend the Federal Ministry of Education for all the various interventions. The agile that you have started, I'm glad that I'm able to work, that was inspiring. So, just started, and we will bridge that gap very, very soon. I believe that every state in Nigeria, and indeed Africa, should have schools where disadvantaged girls and women can access education without discrimination. In the case of Kenya, Gift story is really inspiring and us to children got pregnant and they go and look for menial jobs. The mother now is enjoying a home and a car. So, all your children. We are not, I believe, we are not yet, but gradually, I believe we can go with the support of critical stakeholders in the education, particularly federal and state ministries of education. I remember that, you see that the 2007 was a facelift, Honorable Minister. I remember Dr. Boboy said he was going to renovate. I think we need a facelift. Thank you very much. The prototype of these schools are equipped with crèche facilities, centers, vocational centers, qualified academic and non-academic staff. Such schools, when built by the federal government, are transferred to the state government for day-to-day running and maintenance. I say to the young women and girls who will attend this school, remember the words of Eleanor Roosevelt. I quote, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, unquote. I encourage you to live in your dreams and seize this opportunity with bold, challenges, and recognize potentials. This starting point, where you go from here, is entirely in you. Someone once said, "Some girl transformed." Campaign will emphasize each of the 4 pillars. It is important to remember that all the 4 pillars of the #WeAreEqual campaign are deeply interconnected on the road to gender equity. I thank my sisters, mothers of Africa, your excellencies across Africa. You come to be with us today. While you are here, I wish you all a pleasant stay in Nigeria. Enjoy our food, music, culture, and our beautiful weather. I also thank the speaker and all the invited guests, too numerous to mention. SDG is here, AUD NEPAD is here. Also the Minister of Trade and Investment. Well done for the good job. I know you have FEC to just come. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you all, our very, very distinguished guests. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bless the continent of Africa.
Dream, 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 aspire, but make it whole. Thank you very much, our First Lady. At this point, you can see that she's been led to my floor. We're going to be having photographs. The first in the set is Her Excellency Nigeria with other African ladies. Please, can you come up? Thank you. Thank you. That we have the representative of the First Lady of Democratic Republic of Congo. Have you here? Please, let's put our hands together as we raise this representative. Okay. Next, Mother of the Nation, with Her Excellency, the wife of the ES of Upland. Okay. Okay.
And you are still watching Newsday here on Arise News. We are live in Abuja for the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, where they have gathered to show their initiative and are excited for the launch today.
Wife of the Vice President, please.